Hey guys, DD here. So, I did part 1 of my house tour, and when I was editing it I realised that it was already 25 minutes and that wasn't even half of the plants that I have. So I have decided to split it into 2 videos, and this is going to be part 2. So let's get back into the plant. This is my Peperomia obtusifolia variegata. And it is gorgeous! I just love it. This is literally one of the most easiest plants to take care of besides like my cacti that I have. Literally doesn't need a lot of water because these are quite succulent leaves. I do put this in full sun. I have put this in full sun and honestly I haven't had any problem. And I put it in full sun because I wanted to get kind of more variegation on the leaves. It is all the light colour leaves that you can see are all new ones that have sprouted for me. So I am really happy. I'm really happy that's actually quite a full plant, as you can see, and yeah, it's just one of those really easy plants that just looks really nice. This is one of the oh god, in a way too large pot, which yes, I didn't realise I should have planted this in a smaller pot, but you know what? It's doing really well. It seems to really like it. This is, as I was saying, one of the spider plants that I've taken from the mother plant and propagated, and this will probably go up into my room eventually just to have... Ah, its leaf is kind of bent. We're just gonna snip that right off. Don't say anything. And yeah, again, really easy... Oh god, making noise everywhere. What am I even doing? Oh god. This is a really easy plant to take care of. It's got tubers. I don't know if you've ever like seen the roots of these guys, but they're like quite thick tubers where it stores water. So if you forget to water these guys, which a lot of the time I do, bad plant. I'm a bad plant mom sometimes. They'll be fine. This one's a lot greener than the one my mother plant because it gets a lot more sunlight. And yeah, again, set it and forget it. I love these kinds of plants. We have, oh, what are these called? On here it actually says it's a Sansevieria fernwood. So yeah, on the label, this is from IKEA, you guys probably recognize it. It says a Sansevieria fernwood. I thought these were called Sansevieria Mikado, so I'm not sure if they're like the same, something different. If you guys know, let me know. God guys, this video is literally going to be a million years long. But yeah, I have 3 of these guys. This one doesn't look so good. So I have 3 of these guys. I thought they were a Sansevieria Mikado. They could be, you see this one's called a Sansevieria bacularis. This one isn't in its pot anymore. But this one is exactly the same as this one, so I don't know what is going on with these names. It's just these like little finger. I like to think of them as like little fingers. There's a ton of new growth on this. And on this one, they're not round though and like thick and tubular like this one. So I don't know if they're going to turn round or rotund, or they just live like this now. Which if they do, you know, pretty. But if you guys know, let me know. And as you can see, a little baby. So if I wanted to propagate, I'm sure this is attached to one of these ones, but these are really easy to propagate. This is my Peperomia anguillata. And it's gorgeous. I don't know if you can really tell the variation in the colours of the leaves, but the brighter ones are the new growth. And yes, if you're wondering why there's like white stuff all over it, that'll be in a separate video. I will explain everything, but this had powdery mildew, which I tried to deal with. And if you remember earlier on in the video I said that my Fatsia had spider mites. This actually had spider mites all over it, and I didn't actually realise what, like I didn't know what spider mites were, but I saw all these tiny little red things all over this and I was like, oh my god, what is that? Gross. Took it outside, literally again, with my hose, blasted the crap out of it, and that seemed to do the job. Like, I literally, if you would have seen me, you would have been like, damn girl, you're probably destroying this plant. I just didn't want to risk it because I didn't know what they were in the first place. It was only after the fact that when I got more into houseplants and I did more research that I actually discovered they were spider mites. So I'm really glad that I kind of dealt with the problem immediately so that I didn't spread to any of the other plants that I had in my house. And since then I haven't noticed any other bugs or anything. There will be a separate video because there was a different problem that I had with this, which hopefully it's solved now. It's growing pretty well, it's giving me new growth. It's just like really pretty to look at, and again, really easy to look after. And again, set it and forget it, which I've probably said like 5 times already in this video, but I'm gonna keep saying it. And then we move on to, this is a cactus, and you're probably like, duh. I don't know what kind of cactus this is. I think it might be a rat's tail cactus, because when I actually propagated these two from its, I guess you could say, the mother plant, it was like hanging over the bowl, and then it was growing even more and it's growing even more, and I was just like, oh my lord, like you're gonna go to the floor soon. I don't want that. So I cut these off and I propagated them, which is why they're in a nursery pot, and yeah, they're doing really well. Surprisingly, they're actually like standing up, because the one that I had before was literally just like flooping. They just literally dropped over. First it looked like, you know, 2 legs, and then it was just like over the bowl. And yeah, eventually I think I will put these with my other cacti, but for now they just kind of live here and grow here. And then while we're at it, I'll just show you the other cacti that I have. So this is where I propagated those ones from, and as you can see it's growing another one. If you guys know what the name of this is, I think it's a rat's tail, but again, it could be anything. I don't know. And then we have this guy here. Don't ask me for what kind of genus of cacti it is, because again, no idea. I just know these are spiky AF and I hate to touch it. And then we got this every time I see this I laugh. Yes, I'm kind of immature that way. I don't know why it grew this way. I don't know if it's meant to grow this way, but yeah, that's just what it is. And yes, I have it in a terracotta pot. Probably not the best idea for cacti because they want to be able to drink loads of water, but it is what it is. These are the other kind of cacti that I have that have literally been living here for, oh my god, years. Yes, right next to my avocado plant. I don't even know how old these are, just know that they're very old. I have no idea the names. Let me just, I'm gonna try and get some more like light on these. I feel like this one's that, what do they call it, like a grandpa cactus or something, because it's like really fuzzy and the fuzz is kind of all around. Ow, sharp. They're looking a bit sad in here, to be honest. They haven't been repotted for a while, and I kind of lost my cactus fertilizer. I had one for it. I don't know where it went. I'm definitely gonna have to repot these very soon in the future, give them some fresh soil and stuff. But yeah, if you know the names of any of these guys, let me know in the comments below. I'd be very just curious to know if you guys know what they are. And this one actually gives me flowers, not at the moment, but oh my god, it has gorgeous little purple flowers that come out all over it. I think this one also had flowers. They were like tiny little pink ones that like came all over. It was just like really gorgeous. And yeah, those are my cacti. We have my Ficus elastica Taneki, and I love, oh, soil everywhere. How does that even happen? I don't even know. My lord. I love this plant. Oh my god, when I like first saw it, I was like, I have to have it. It is just gorgeous. It's got a new leaf that's coming with another new leaf inside. I'm so happy about that. And yeah, it's in good condition, except this leaf. It got kind of water damaged. I'm not exactly sure how, but it got all mushy and like these like really dark spot on it. So I just kind of sliced that off. Here as well, there was like a leaf that wasn't looking too great, so I was like, just cut it off so that the tree can focus on, you know, other things. Basically, creating me a new leaf is what I wanted it to do, and it's done it, and I can't wait to see it get bigger. But yeah, this is just gorgeous. I haven't had it for very long either, so I'm glad that it's giving me some new growth. I actually got scared when I first got this because I'm pretty sure I gave it way too much water and it didn't look very happy. But now I've kind of got to grips with how to take care of this guy. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing it grow and then that new leaf to grow too. And then we have my African violet. I think these are called St. Paula. And this was a rescue. It wasn't doing so well when I bought it and it was on clearance. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna take this home. I'm gonna nurse it back to health. And I mean, it's not doing terribly. It's not doing, I don't think, the best. I mean, it's flowering. The flowers have come. And yeah, I need to figure out a bit more how to make it thrive a bit better. It's really nice. It's got these like nice fuzzy leaves, which do not like to have water on them. I don't know if you guys can see that. These like spots. It's where water has kind of gotten on them. I don't know if you can see it better in the shade. There you go. They do not like that, so try not to get water on them. And then here is like my little greenhouse that I have. You can just buy it in IKEA. So I have a watermelon peperomia and a peperomia angulata. Just trying to propagate that in here. I have no idea if it will work. I don't think I'm even propagating this right. I've just put like the stem into the soil, same with this. It's an experiment just to see kind of if it will work, to be honest. And they like humid environments, so that's why it's in this greenhouse. As you can see, I've just got some water to try and evaporate some water in here. And then a ginger, which it's really time to plant this because it's got its little... Can you even see that? Right there, it's got its little kind of plant coming out, or its root. Well, yeah, it's the plant. So definitely need to try and plant that up ASAP. And then I have this stand of plants. First plant, we have a Hoya tricolor. And I think this is, hang on. I'm just going to come over here where it's not as sunny. I think this is a Hoya tricolor. That's what I think it is. It's really hard for you guys to see. This pinkish leaf. They were a lot pinker. So these two as well. They were a lot pinker. They're kind of, maybe you can see it on this one, on the new growth that's coming. It's quite pink. I think this is a Hoya tricolor. I'm not really sure. I know it's a Hoya carnosa, but it looks very different. I've also got a little baby Hoya tricolor, and to me this just looks completely different to this plant over here. So I don't know if they're the same or if they're different. If you guys know, let me know. This one too has got like pink leaf coming in, and hiding behind this one, there you go, you can see the other pink leaf. Yeah, they're just really gorgeous plants to look at, to be honest. And this one's giving me quite a lot of new growth as well. It's like vined out. It's going a little crazy. Well, not yet crazy, but it's definitely growing, so I'm happy about that. And this one's growing too. I didn't think it was gonna grow on me because it's just been like 1, 2, 3, 4, these like huge leaves. This one just doesn't look very good. Don't look at that one. And all of a sudden I saw these ones. You see that tiny little thing there? It's growing some more, so totally happy about that. I'm not sure if I should like put these guys together, because if they're different then it might be a bit weird. If they're the same then it doesn't really matter. I don't know. See what happens with that. And so then here we have my croton, and this, oh, there was issues with this, you'll see in an upcoming video, but since those issues it's definitely doing a lot better. It's got these new leaves that have come out and I'm just kind of waiting for them to get variegated. So I'm trying to put them in as much sunlight, direct sunlight as I can, so that the variegation starts to come in a bit more. If I make it shadowy, you can see that the variegation is starting to come through, but it's taking a while. That's like the variegation, what it normally looks like. So these leaves are pretty plain looking, and then if we get right up in there, some new leaves are coming. So this is actually kind of starting to grow a little bit like mad. It was quite stagnant for a little while, and now in the past like couple of weeks it is growing like mad. So yeah, this is a beautiful It's just a beautiful plant to look at. Like, it's just so interesting, like the colours of the leaves and the patterns that they have. Like, nature, what you doing out there, man? It's gorgeous, gorgeous. This is my Ficus Taneki Belize, or I think it's also called a ruby. It's also called a strawberries and cream. I don't know if you guys can see the really subtle kind of pink colour on that leaf. Again, this is a baby, quite a little baby. You just kind of, no, you cannot see the pink on it. It's very hard to see the pink on it, but again, it's a gorgeous little baby that I'm hoping will grow. And then yeah, this is my poinsettia, which you guys are probably like, what? That's a Christmas plant. Yes, it is. But I kept it alive from last year, and I'm trying to see if I can get it to bloom at Christmas. It's a lot of work. I don't know if I'm doing it right, but I'm still going to try, and even if it doesn't work this year, I'm still going to keep this plant and then try again next year to see if I can get any blooms on it. It's a pretty boring plant, honestly, right now. It's just green and not doing a lot, but you know, eventually, hopefully there'll be those nice red flowers all over it. Excuse the mess, it is very messy over here. So this is like behind where I film. We've got a giant aloe vera, which definitely needs a repotting. It definitely needs to be moved out of direct sunlight because it is getting some like browning on its leaves. It doesn't look very good, so definitely have to take a little bit better care. Also got to clean up those flowers, which yes, I don't know aloe vera's flowered either. So yeah, I need to clean up those blooms there at the bottom. These things are freaking sharp and spiky. So no idea how I'm going to do that, but we'll figure that out. So yeah, then we have my ginger plant, which you're like, what? You can see that little baby there? That is what this becomes. Wait, is that even correct? That is what this becomes? Yep. My brain's fried. It's starting to grow again. I had this last year. It did not survive very well last year, so I'm hoping that this year, I didn't even expect it to come back this year, to be honest, and then it just started growing. I know they give flowers. I don't know if this is going to give me any flowers. I just grow ginger because I use it so often. It's good to harvest, and there, another little thing's coming out, so I'm doing something right, I guess. I don't really know how to take care of this. Like, I've googled it and I follow what they say, but again, I don't know. I find this a bit of a difficult plant to take care of, but it's one of those plants that I don't really do a lot with. And we're getting in here, which I can't reach in there to actually grab these plants out. But as you can see right at the back, I think, aloe vera, getting in the way. I think we call this a Christmas cactus, and for whatever reason, it is blooming now. I don't know why. It should not be blooming, but clearly it's happy. I'm hoping that the blooms, like it will bloom again at Christmas. If it doesn't, it's not a big deal, but yeah, that's just kind of growing a little bit out of control out there in the back. And then next to it, we have a crassula, tomato, just a jade plant. I think it's also known as a money plant as well. That used to live with my cacti, which are just up there. It wasn't doing very well. It actually, like, I bought them as a set together, which is why I planted them together, but it wasn't doing very well. It didn't like it in there. So I was just like, you know what, you can get your own pot, and as you can see, like those shiny leaves, they're all new growth, so it's doing a lot better here. It does get direct light, but it doesn't seem to be affecting it negatively as far as I can tell. If it was, I don't think it would give me any new growth. And then we come back up here, and this technically isn't an indoor plant, but I'm just not sure where to plant it outside. This is called Sedum Seaboldii, or Boldii, I think, something like that. It's a Japanese outcrop, stone crop. Oh, I always forget the name of it, I don't remember. For now, it's kind of just living in here, and it seems to be doing really well. I'm waiting for more of the variegation to kind of come in, because that's the whole point. I wanted this in the first place, because I thought the variegation was just really unusual and the colours were interesting. The edges should get red or like lightly orange, and it's just, yeah, Gorgeous plant. And then right next to that we have a Peperomia shumi. I know loads of people call this something differently as well. I think they're also known as Peperomia caparata. This is just the all red one, in that, although I don't know if it's picking it up. It's kind of got like some greenish on it. It's like a really interesting colour. This requires full sunshine, so that's why it kind of lives here. And yeah, it's just really unusual. I don't really see a lot of like red plants, which is why I picked it up, because it's just interesting to look at. To mention the Sansevieria hiding out there. This was propagated from this, or this one from that. I don't remember which one was the original one. These are very old, but they're doing very well. And again, they get neglected. They just sit here, and when I remember to water them, they get water. Definitely need a little bit TLC. They definitely need to be repotted in new soil. But yeah, they're just pretty cool. Now we're coming up to the last couple of plants that I have. This is where two of my Phalaenopsis orchids live. I was going to say they're pretty much similar colour. Oddly enough, this one's got like a leaf coming up out halfway up on its node. So I'm not sure if this is what they call like a baby. So sometimes orchids can actually make babies, so I'm not sure if like eventually this will grow into like another orchid, like this is its little baby that it's produced. It's a pretty full plant down here. Like it's doing well. So yeah, if you guys know any more information about this and like how long I need to wait, obviously I'm gonna go do my own research after this and see, but that'd be really cool if it's like another little baby. And then up here we have my Dieffenbachia, potato. I always pronounce this plant wrong. I had so much trouble with this. This has been one of like my problem plants that I've had, and that will be in a separate video. It's kind of in recovery mode at the moment. Again, I've got one of these birds in here because it likes to have moist soil, so I just fill that up and then it waters itself. It drinks when it drinks. I mean, this is giving me new growth, but I don't know, it's just not looking as healthy as it did before the issues that I had, so I'm hoping it will recover. I'm gonna, you know, keep giving it some TLC. I'm gonna cut off all these, so I had to cut off a leaf here. And I'm just gonna see if it continues to grow. Hopefully it will start thriving again, because I really like this plant. Like the foliage is just so interesting, and it just adds just a little something different to all the other houseplants that are out there. And then here is my Tradescantia zebrina. I think that's what this one's called. When I bought it, the lady that I bought it from had no idea what this was called. She was just like, they're easy to grow, you don't have to do anything. And I was like, okay. I think this is a Tradescantia zebrina. I haven't really seen a lot of this kind of colour. They're like pink, green, and a little bit of cream, and then on the undersides of their leaves, they're like nice and gorgeous and pink. I don't see these often, and honestly, it's not doing a lot. It's growing. That is for sure. It's like tripled in height since I've actually bought it, but I thought these were like a hanging plant. It doesn't seem to be hanging. It's just growing upright. I'm just waiting for the day when they're just gonna like floop over, or if they will even floop over. I don't know. We shall see. And then moving across, we have, oh, what is the name of this? A Scindapsus. Oh my god, I cannot remember. I just had to Google what it was called again because it just completely left my brain. This is a Scindapsus pictus, or a satin pothos as people like to call it. I have two. So this one actually was like a baby. I literally had one vine and it's now become this tiny little plant, and I love it. It's gorgeous. And then this one is just, oh crap, it's stuck on everything. Excuse the noise. This one is just growing like mad. It is in a hanging basket. I haven't hung it up yet. It kind of just lives here on the corner of the cupboard, because I don't know where I want to hang this up yet. Like, I kind of want it in my room, I kind of want it in here, I kind of want to put it in the bathroom. So until I figure out exactly where I want to hang it, it's just living here. Why is it in a bowl? Because when I water it, all the water literally just comes out of the bottom, so I need somewhere for the water to go, and then I just leave it in there because it's just easy. And then right behind that we have the mother spider plant, and yeah, she or he, it is doing pretty well. I mean, it's long, it's bushy. I neglect this plant so much because I just forget that it's there. I forget to water it. There's quite a lot of stuff that I have to just kind of pull out. And yeah. Okay guys, so that was my houseplant tour. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing some of my houseplants, and I hope you enjoyed my my story time about my houseplants. Hopefully I will be adding some new houseplants to my collection soon. Cross the fingers. I need to see where I can actually purchase the plants that I want to actually get, and not for ridiculous amounts of money. So yeah, I will catch you guys soon with another video. Bye!